Hello Nancy, how are you? Let's take a look at start from a little bit older post in your personal channel. This is a gorgeous painting. I really liked what you have done. The masking foot over here, very cohesive with the movement of the birds. I really like that. The background, the foreground, the focal point is just great. And this probably can a little bit lighter. May fighting with the bird. It may be a little bit less. So your organization's skill has been improved. I want to talk about this painting. You said you lost some of the light and a little frustrated. The light doesn't have to be white, okay? It can be just, this is the light. This is pretty light color, light. My suggestions would be you to have this bunch, this group, to separate from the background. If that's the case, you can wash a little either blue color, a little purplish colors into the background over here, and maybe leave paint around the flower over here. But this area can be dimmed down a little bit. Down here also you can make a little darker. Maybe the shadow, catch the shadow. You should have enough light. The painting will look better. This is good. This is a very nice drawing. And just want you to think about the angle. Okay, the arm could be a little bit more outside over here. Okay, you see that this actually connect this angle, connect all the way to the eye, to the nose over here, like over there. And you over here connect to either too high, you connect over here all the way to the forehead. So if you have this a little bit up, a little bit the elbow, and it would connect to the eye area. You have it like this, that it'll be better. In that case, the elbow will be here, and the angle of this arm would a little bit better. And this is really cute. Too long and the lower part, and it should come up a little bit like that. Teacher here is also a little bit too tall, proportionally. Let's talk about this one. I have seen that a few of your recent paintings that you always have two people as the focal point and compared to the rest of the image, and looks really good. I would suggest that over here I can dim down a little bit more and have another wash, dark color, wash over. So make this area stand out a little bit more. It looks really good. I love this painting. I probably would like to, if you want to change something, I would like to have the angle of this and tilt it a little bit more this way. The reason for that is this pointing toward all the way off the page. If you have it pointing a little bit more like this angle, and the pointing over here, like pointing over here, and then from here, coming over here and coming over there, and then connect to the sky. So there will be better direction. So thinking about the layout, the design, and the movement. And the top over here, in the reference, it has a little bit more brighter color, orange color up over here. And you may intentionally let go of that. But if you want to get it back, it's just another overlay wash on top of here that you can use the big brush, organize that. I love this soft effect. It's very beautiful. And for the pose over here, try it just like those. Just do it one time. Don't want to do it twice. Okay, do it twice if it looks a little bit kind of overdue. And take a look. This is another painting that you combine these two references together. And I like the idea. It looks some light coming out over here. And you could do the dropping in the yellow-orange color into the leaf over here. And after you painted this color, still wet, you probably paint this in the same time, like that, at the same time. And put it over here and just dropping the yellow. And take a look at my recent landscape watercolor painting. Have sun on the side. And the technique that I use at the dropping in the color. And that color connect to the other color, and this would be have a little bit more yellow orange color and fade out. And also leave this area, you can wash this area, make it even a little bit lighter and a little bit less contrast over here. make it a little lighter. I love the tree over here. You see that? That is the beautiful effect. But I want you to do that into those leaves as well. That would be fantastic. I love the design. They're having two people walking. Looks nice. Let's take a look at this one. I love the approach that you're sharing over here. It's very nice. I love the foreground, everything over here. You said you painted this first with watercolor, the two main objects, and then you mask these two figures, and then paint the rest of the sky and the background. And that's just a great process. Sometimes I do that. And in the sky over here, I would like you to think about to be a little bit more determined. Use a large brush. Just painted this blue color first. I will paint this blue color and paint it in the blue area and leave the white and the gray color later and paint that first. At the same time, you will paint it over here, have a little light blue color first, right? And maybe a little soft transition between this light color to that color. Basically, at that time, you only have the white area, no details into the cloud. And after that drive, and then come into give a little suggestions for the clouds. And the sky would have a little bit more better layering. That would be look better. So I love these projects. And you start from here like this, a little messy. That's just what your painting looked like a few months ago. And now you have a lot of progress. Like over here, you just painting really has a lot of emotion, excitement, and passion. And painting that, but after that, you need to come back to do organizations. Yeah, look at this version. And looks gorgeous, very beautiful. And I would like the nose over here a little bit softer. And even though that reference, it looked like that, have lots of suggestions, but I still think it's a little bit overdue, a little bit too much. Other than that, it's beautiful painting, wonderful. It's beautiful painting. And I love the softness in the background. It removes some of the details, remove the hand, and it's just such a beautiful painting. If I have to say something, how to improve it from here, that will be the shadow side. I will have this a little bit softer transition over here, a little bit softer over here. This a little bit too harsh, that a little bit too sharp over there, the shadow. And then that can be a little organization over here and paint a little bit darker color over here to show that the edge of the face that's come out a little bit too much, and that is supposed to be the ear, right? And over here you can also organize that a little bit better, and that little shape, the angle coming out a little bit too much and should be coming toward this direction, right? And other than that, it's beautiful. It's great improvement in your painting. Something really good over here. In the reference, the whole street really dark, like the fact that you're having this a little bit lighter, and that actually make the whole area look a little bit brighter, and it looks much better. The painting definitely is a much better version than the photo reference. It looks wonderful. I like that. For this painting, I would like to separate the table from the wall, and that's very easy. That I can just glaze over some blue color on the top over here, and the top area over here in the background can be a little bit darker, which is have a little bit more blue and a little bit red mixed into it, so that would be have a little bit darker coming down. In that case, the focus would more on the main objects right here, and looks really good. That will look even better. I love this little shape over here, and looks great. Looks good. And the dark over here, we need a little bit more organizations on the nose. paint the background first, the big brush, and then you're gonna leave this light area, the whole ear over here, a little light area, except a couple brush coming in here. And this should be one shape. And later you divide it into two different shapes, like a top over here, one shape, over here another shape, and then smaller brush coming in to develop a little bit smaller details. So one step at a time. Like over here, the same thing. You should be able to have this shape, this light shape, this white shape over here coming like that. So paint it with a little more intention, step by step. And this is a little bit, I love the eyes. The eye looks great. Even though the highlight on the eye, you can still be able to lift it up. And the nose over here in the mouth, you need a little bit more clear definition, because that is just the center point of the painting. And then that this is beautiful painting. It's good. It's great. Now finally, let's talk about this one. Your organization skills is much better. This is the black and white study, and I can see that you focus on the light over here. That's the light. That's the, you turn that into the middle tone and the dark area. So it's just a natural framing of the light. It looks really good. Let's take a look at your development into the color. And you can make this a little bit dimmer, that even better, just like what you did for the black and white study over here. And then can be a little bit dimmer. And this looks really good. All the colors there, and it just look great. But it seems like it miss a focal point. So let's talk about that. Let's open this. And I would like to move this a little bit more toward this side. I'm going to open this half and half. And let's take a look. What is missing? What's the focal point? Let's talk about what focal point do you want. You can say the chair over here is the focal point. Maybe the flower at the front is the focal point. You have to decide, okay? Doesn't matter what it is, you just make a focal point. You make a focal point and then adjust other areas to make the attention around the focal object. So I would say this one. This will be the focal point, the flower on here. So how we can make it happen? Definitely, we're going to make it a little bit brighter and make it a little lighter around. So let's take a look. Photo reference, a little bit bigger, right over here. You see that? What I would like to do, I'm going to make a... First, I'm going to say, make a little bigger here. I would like to have it a little bit brighter. Even I make the flower a little bit bigger. And this color probably a little bit warmer, a little bit red, like that. Here you go. We're gonna see if we are making this to be the focal point. But this doesn't need to be too bright. Now I'm gonna make a little bit light color. And I'm going to... It doesn't matter what medium you're gonna use. Some people say, oh, you're doing digital. I don't like digital. This is not just digital. It's just the ideas we are playing with. When you have the idea, you think this would be a good design, you can do that in watercolor or acrylic and oil. That can accomplish something really similar. I'm going to have the white over here on the other side over here too. And I'm going to use a little blending over a little bit. Okay, like that. I want to pick a little color, this a little lighter color, like that. Good. I'm gonna have it, put it a little bit over here on this side too. And I'm gonna pick a little color for the stem. look like something over here. It should be a little bit darker. A little bit darker. Like that. And here you go. And then I'm going to use the white color, a very light color over here. That's the tabletop. And then a little bit lighter on this side. Like that. A little light over here. Okay, now since we want to working around the focal point over in this area, I would also like to have a little lighter color on the window area. Maybe even lighter, like that. Like that. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Like this. And even a little bit glowing effect. A little bit more glowing. Like that. And I'm going to use the blending tool to make a little bit softer, and I have a little bit glowing feeling. Like that. That one looks good. Now, as I said, it would be nice to make this size a little bit darker. So I'm going to have another layer. And I understand that this is what it looked like in the reference. So I'm going to have this side a little bit darker. And I'm going to have this layer to be multiplied. Okay, like that. So look at this color now a little bit dimmer. It probably also carry on this side too. Make this color a little bit look more as a little bit richer, like this, and gradually turn to the other side. Okay, and maybe the floor over here can be a little bit dimmer too. So it's kind of forcing the attention toward the flower over here, center with the flower, like this. Now we have a focal point. You can pick up lots of those cues, suggestions in the reference. But however, when you are carrying into the painting, you want to decide what is the focal point. In that case, you will decide what need to be light up, what need to be pushed back, what should be bring back. So this is your decision.